Hey guys, so today the question is, does anxiety get worse with age? Go ahead and smash that like button down below if you're ready to kick anxiety in the butt, and leave me a comment down there as well, because this is a good question and I need some good answers from you guys, some of your opinions. We're all humans, so we all have different ways of thinking and different opinions, different answers. That's a beautiful thing. So guys, does anxiety get worse with age? So why am I doing this video? A little over a week I came across an article discussing the subject, and it led me on a path of research. So I was looking up some other articles on the same subject. I got a few different answers. So this is a roundup of the articles that I read, mixed in with my personal opinion and experience. So guys, there's two different ways of looking at this, and I think the problem with the articles was that they didn't clarify the difference between anxiety and anxiety disorder. Obviously, anxiety disorders require certain criteria to be met to have them. They're much worse than just normal everyday anxiety. So I'll start with normal everyday anxiety. I believe as you get older, this begins to fade and ease. You start to learn how to handle life. You start to learn how to handle the stressors in your life, your triggers. You learn your lesson, if you will. You've learned a lot. Early in life, there's a lot of things that are very stressful, which is why I believe it's much worse when you're young, and it gets a little bit better as far as normal stress goes. Whether that being a new parent, whether that be going to high school, the pressure of making friends, getting heartbroken the first few times it's terrible. It's very stressful and depressing. I remember the first time I got my heart broke in high school, and it was one of the worst things in my entire life. I still remember it to this day, how bad it was. Going to college is extremely stressful, having to make new friends. And then the stress of just trying to figure out what you want to do in your life. Who are you? Who am I? What am I about? I'm confused. What should I do? And then you have all these other people trying to tell you what you should do, what college to go to, what degree and career path to choose. So then there's that. And then you have to start living out on your own, paying bills. It's life. It's very stressful and hard in the beginning. I know a lot of people say, your life was so easy when you're young. No, our minds weren't ready for it. And I believe that's why it's very stressful whenever we are young. So as you get older, think about the parent thing. You might have had children and you went through that initial growing pains, of having children, trying to figure out how to raise them the right way. Now you're grandparents. You went through all that. Now you get to have the joys of being a grandparent. You probably are not in college anymore. You probably have a set career. So that's a little bit easier on your mind. Like I said earlier, you've learned how to handle general stress and stressors and triggers in your life. You're also probably not partying as much, drinking as much, smoking as much, eating as bad, because your doctor, and obviously since you're getting older, it's just good for you to eat healthier. So this could be something that could be helping you there. People are probably passing away around you that are probably getting chronically sick. And I know for many of us with anxiety disorders, that seems ultra depressing, but I really think people that don't deal with the same fears and anxieties that we do, it really makes them appreciate life and motivates them to live life to the fullest. And I think that's an awesome and beautiful thing. I know a lot of sweet elderly and senior citizens and people that are in their even later 40s, 50s, and early 60s that I've heard weren't so sweet and nice and innocent earlier in their lives, but they've changed. And I think this generally happens. I think older people are generally happier. Now, as far as anxiety disorder, this is a whole different story. I believe it's progressive and it gets much worse as you get older. A lot of it has to do with physical symptoms, how your body handles it. In the beginning, it's still horrible when you're young, and it's very scary because it's new. One thing I guess I could say that doesn't change too much that doesn't get much worse, is how scary it is. Eventually you kind of get numb to it. But I think physically the symptoms become much more intense. They can fatigue you and tire you out much more, especially regarding your blood pressure, your heart rate, adrenaline rushes, your brain fog. Just general tiredness and fatigue. Guys, this can get much worse as you get older. And if you're older and you're listening to me, you probably can agree with me that things are getting really tiresome and really frustrating. The fact that people that are passing away around you or getting chronically ill or sick, depresses you even further and makes you feel like there's no hope, or it can worsen your health anxiety. The fact that you have actual health problems outside of anxiety can bring you down even further and make you feel like the end is near. And my heart goes out to you if you're dealing with this. But if anything, if I can, do anything for you in this video, I want it to motivate you to stop putting a pause on your anxiety recovery, or to stop just self-loathing, stop feeling sorry for yourself, and to get up and start to do something. And I know many of you tried before and many of you have failed. Don't let this take a hold of your entire life. Don't suffer for more. I suffered for 5 years, and that was way too long for me. And now looking back, there were a lot of things that I could have done differently that would have changed the outcome of that. Maybe I could have, turned my life around within a year or two instead of 5 years, which is huge. There are many of you out there that's been suffering 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, 50 years. And, that's just rough. It's rough on your body. It digs you into a deeper rut. Start climbing out of that rut now instead of digging further. And if you don't know where to start, what to do, my tips are down below. But it takes a lot of guts. It takes a lot of bravery, a lot of courage, all the cliche motivational quotes. It takes that. It takes it. So you have to dedicate yourself to recovery, do whatever it takes. It's worth it. It really is. It's worth making it out to the other side. And finally, that light at the end of the tunnel that was really faded or even non-visible at times, it comes to fruition, and now you're just sitting out in the sun, and it's great. And I want you guys to get there. I really do. Some of you have been dealing with this for far too long. Start taking advice when it's given. Please, many of you are not taking advice from others. You have to expose yourself to some of the fears that you're going through. You are not going to overcome anxiety if you don't expose yourself to your worst fears. Join all the support groups that you can. Join all the YouTube channels that you can. Do what you have to do. Some of you are on medication, have been on medication for years. And this is just my personal opinion. I think some people require to be on it for a long time, if not forever. But I think, I'm telling you, it's way more than half. Most people that are on antidepressants or benzos for anxiety should not be on them and shouldn't need them. There are natural ways of overcoming anxiety. Change your diet, change your lifestyle, exercise, work on your mind with journaling and meditating. Some of you refuse to do that. Start taking control of your life. Only you can do that. You have the choice. You have a decision to make. You can think positively. Stress and anxiety and even depression, a lot of that is an actual learned thing. You learn it. It's a learned behavior. It's how you are handling your adversity in life. So just try to figure out what the root cause of that is and start working on it daily. Don't give up. Don't let up off of anxiety. Don't take any days off, because anxiety doesn't take a day off. So I hope you got some value from this, guys. Again, my tips are down below. Be hasty with your recovery. Come on, get after it. Stop wasting days. Stop wasting weeks, months, and years. Stop. Today needs to be the day that you stop feeling sorry for yourself and start taking action. Be proactive. My tips are down below. That's where you can start. There are journals down there that you need to take a look at. If you're not journaling, you need to be doing it every single day. If you're not meditating, you need to be doing it every single day. There are journals down there. There's a journal that'll help you learn how to meditate. There's a morning journal down there that'll get your day started on the right foot. And there's a fat loss and nutrition journal down there that's going to get your diet in check. So please, if you haven't, check those out. If you've had anxiety or anxiety disorder, or depression, or dealt with addiction issues for years, why haven't you tried therapy? There's therapy down below. You get a free week trial, so why not try that out? It's worth trying. You get to choose between thousands of therapists. You can do it at home, so you can use the phone. The way that I'm talking to you right now is how somebody can be talking to you, in your living room. So it's very convenient. You don't even have to go nowhere. And it's cheaper than actually going to a normal in-person therapist. So keep that in mind. There's also a support group down there that you need to join if you haven't. We're over 11,000 members in that group. It is growing unbelievably fast. It's a Facebook group, and you need to join that group. It's down below in the description. A lot of like-minded people. We are helping people every day recover, get better. It's a place where you can relate to other people going through the same things that you are. Now, my Snapchat, my Twitter, my Instagram is down below. It's another place where you can find my videos and inspirational quotes that I give throughout the day. There's my Patreon account down below. If you're wanting to support the channel in any type of way, you get various rewards for how much you support. So that's an option down below. Aside from that, guys, thank you so much for watching. And again, I hope you got value. Like this video if you did. Again, leave me your opinion down below on this subject, and subscribe if you haven't, and hit the notification bell so you can get updates when I put these videos out. Talk to you later, guys. Have a good one.